he'll be cutting me out of it.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to start by asking you to share your full name, your job title, the name of the organization, and just everyone knows what the Y does, but explain what the Y does. And are you ready, Kevin?
First question is the double chin filter in play?
You are good. You are good. I got you.
I absolutely need to have that in play today, please. Okay.
Okay, so full name, job title, and the organization and what you do.
Deanna, YMCA of Niagara, General Manager, Employment and Newcomer Services. And I have been with the Y for 32 years. I oversee Employment and Immigrant Services.
Love that. Okay, just one more answer questions because you don't hear her. If she's like, "Can you say your name?" Be like, instead of just saying your name, say, "My name is," like this. Way you're
okay.
Or like, "What do you like?" Yeah. So that kind of thing. So you're just like repeating the question, like, "My name is," and then yeah.
Okay.
So just one more time if you can.
Right, because she says that instruction in the beginning.
Yes. There you go.
My name is Deanna. I'm the General Manager of Employment and Immigrant Services with the YMCA of Niagara.
And can you describe your role within the immigrant employment system as both an employer and a service provider? So you can say, at the YMCA of Niagara,
My role, at the YMCA of Niagara, we focus on supporting individuals who are seeking employment. No, that's bad.
No, we can restart. Yeah, this is.
Yeah, just restart. Yeah.
Ask me the question. I'm a little frazzled, as you can imagine now.
Yeah.
So describe your role within the immigrant employment system as both an employer and a service provider.
Okay. Our role at the YMCA of Niagara, as both a provider and as an employer, is to ensure that newcomers in our community are feeling successful, feeling connected, and are thriving both in our community and in our place of employment.
How has hiring immigrants improved your organization, and what is the value immigrants can bring to the table?
Increasing.
So hiring immigrants.
Hiring newcomers to our workspace has been beneficial in many, many ways. First introduced through our government contracted employment services, newcomers were the focus of the hiring to ensure that we were supporting individuals in first language. But within that, we very quickly realized how more rich our workforce was really becoming. And so through its initial beginnings, we have really expanded our focus on increasing involvement of newcomers in all areas of our agency.
All right. What specific challenges have you faced in either accessing, hiring, retaining, or integrating newcomers into the workplace? And how have you addressed those?
Say it again?
Yeah. So what specific challenges have you faced in either, pick one, accessing, hiring, retaining, or integrating newcomer talent into your workplace? And how have you addressed those challenges?
The greatest struggle we have faced in recruitment and retention of newcomers in specific roles in the YMCA of Niagara is for those that are positions that require credentialing, such as early childhood educators. It's recognizing that the individuals who come with experience still must go through a leveling credential process, which we certainly understand and respect. We want to make sure that our children are safe and secure when they're parents want to feel that the children are safe and secure when they are left in our care. But it does create barriers to efficient, no, that's not the word. It does create barriers for newcomers to efficiently become involved in I can't even get this right now. I'm way off my game today now.
No, we can pause.
Okay. This is not coming out the way I need it to come out.
Okay, we
My
can pause,
brain is
restart.
running in 15 different
Yeah.
directions,
Yeah.
and
All
I'm hoping
good.
that Mimi's okay.
Yeah.
All right. Can we reboot another day?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Can we reboot another
Yeah.
day? I'm just not going to get
Yeah.
this right today.
Yeah, all good.
Are you sure? Like you came and I will come to you if I need to. Normally I don't even need to do that. That's why I'm saying
Yeah.
it's a little bit off my
Yeah.
game. So So the,
And it's no rush for us,
Okay.
like in terms
Yeah,
of
we're all good.
everything.
All
So
right.
Yeah.
I can restate it again just to refresh. So what specific challenges have you faced accessing, hiring, retaining, and or integrating newcomer talent in the workplace, and how have you addressed those challenges?
specific challenges that we faced. Okay, give me a sec here. In recruitment and retention, right? That's really what we're talking about.
So either, finding people or keeping them, anything that you might expect would kind of relate to other employers as well, who, when you're telling your story, we had this challenge, but this is how we addressed it. So even if it's integrating into the workforce, if there were, we've talked sometimes about some of those challenges with diverse backgrounds and coming into the workplace and everyone working together, and so some of those challenges as well.
So more from a culture.
It could be that, it could be whatever kind of you want to highlight.
Yeah,
that could
recruitment
also,
wasn't really an issue in my
Yeah.
department, but I
Yeah.
know in childcare,
Yeah,
it's a credential, and I don't know if I want to harp on the credential, that's why I pulled back a little.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, I got it.
Okay.
Okay. So I can start off by saying maybe one of the greatest challenges.
Yeah, one of the greatest
Yeah.
challenges.
One of the greatest challenges, okay. So one of the greatest challenges we experienced when we started to grow our workforce through hiring specific cultures, languages to support our community members who were coming into our facilities and our programs and services was our lack of knowledge and awareness in terms of how to blend our teams. You don't know what you don't know until you start doing the work and you're working beside folks and realize, a lot of us don't know about different cultures, communities, backgrounds. And so it became, a point of focus for us to really get to know who our teammate was. And that was a slow process. We had to make an effort to make concerted choices on how we were going to behave and how we were going to make sure that everybody on our team was feeling connected, and we were learning from them. The learning was, important that they were learning about our workplace culture, but really it was quite a wonderful moment when we really opened up and realized we need to start asking them about their workplace culture from back home and then bringing those experiences into our workplace.
Great. Next, we have what collaborations, partnerships, or resources can help organizations to address some of these challenges? So are there resources, if another employer is experiencing similar challenges, that you would encourage them to connect with? So in terms of framing that question, you could say, if employers are experiencing challenges recruiting or integrating newcomers, we would recommend, yeah.
Mm-hmm. In the early stages, recognizing our challenges, we began reaching out to local community centers. We leaned into the staff crew that we had hired. We created an environment that allowed us to have that open communication. We worked with other settlement agencies and other employers who might have been or were a little more advanced than we were, even as a Y. We were very good at serving our population of newcomers, but we weren't necessarily versed or experienced in having a workforce that very quickly grew in our department to almost a 50-50% staff ratio. And so as our time has grown, we've been doing this for a number of years, and over the course of the last 5 years have in fact received additional dollars to work with organizations like the Workforce Collective. Both organizations were on the forefront of introducing many years ago the Niagara Employment Immigration Council, and that coalition of agencies came together to really highlight ways and agencies that could help support those ways of advancing newcomers in the workforce. And a part of that isn't just about helping the newcomer navigate the workforce. We very quickly started to realize that we also had to help employers navigate and understand what it meant to bring newcomers into their workforce. in the past 3 years, that has been a really big focus for the YMCA of Niagara, along with many of our partners. And we would encourage employers to reach out, ask. Go to your settlement organizations, ask for guest speakers, come to places like the YMCAs right across Canada who do employment services, or immigrant councils who do this work. There's lots of support out there if we start looking for it.
Great, thank you.
A key message that I could leave with employers who are embarking on wanting to improve their workplace for all. It goes beyond the EDI or DEI, whatever the term, the acronym folks are using these days, but that cultural awareness piece, I think, is very important to creating inclusive, welcoming spaces for all. And the reason that I suggest the focus be really on the individuals who are in your workplace. Each individual comes, whether they're a newcomer or they're not, they come with their own culture, they come with their own work style, they come with their own personality and their likes and dislikes, and create opportunities for people to share. It's not important that you make it about EDI, it's important that you make it about creating a workplace that celebrates its culture. And to have a workplace culture, it does mean you are truly bringing forward all the cultures that live within the people who come to your workplace every day. And what a much, much robust place of employment you will have. It will advance you tenfold in your business. It will advance you tenfold in retention and staff satisfaction and engagement, because everybody feels that their individuality is actually being celebrated and embraced.
Great. The final question, was there a shift or game changer for you when it came to hiring newcomers and immigrants into the workplace?
I think my game-changing moment when we were hiring newcomers in our workforce, in our workplace, was it really is okay to not know what you don't know. And you need to be okay with that. And what is not okay is continuing that. Be explorative, ask questions, encourage the discussions. The game-changing moment is how readily people really wanted to talk about it and share their experience and bring some of that into the workplace. And so for me, it wasn't about being afraid to ask anymore. It was simply, asking in the right way, but making sure you're asking.
Great. And that's the last question on our list. So is there anything else you want to highlight? Well, you have the ear of the camera and the national audience. Anything you want to say, whether it's about YMCA in your work or hiring newcomers or anything? You have the open floor here.
I don't think so.
You're good?
I
All
think
right.
so.
Well,